Hi, welcome to Nightbird Tarot. My name is Brooke and welcome to your November 2015 Tarot forecast. These are general readings for the general public. If you'd like something more in-depth and private specifically for you, I have readings starting at $25. Just check them out at nightbirdtarot.com. Also, please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and Google+. You can find me there. This reading is for Aries, and Aries, I hope you had a great month in October. And let's get started, Aries. I already pre-shuffled and laid out the cards. I also drew one more card for you as well for added significance to your reading, which I think you'll appreciate. So Aries, let's get started and see what's in store for you for the month of November. Now, in your atmospheric elements position, or what's crowning you for the month, or your theme for the month, we see the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is very much of holding on to something too tightly, whether this is material possessions, whether this is not being able to let go of relationships, something that may be attributed to possessions, materialistic needs, money, finance, kind of in a stronghold position when it comes to not letting go, holding on too tightly to something, holding on too tightly to a situation. For many of you that are watching, I get the sense that this may be holding on too tightly to security, feeling as if you make change in your life, it may be a bad idea. You may also have doubts about moving forward as well. Many of you may be feeling stuck in a situation. Many of you may be feeling, well, I got to hold on to this person, or hold on to this relationship, or hold on to this job because of the security, knowing that you're going to have it, knowing that it's going to be there. But at the same time, there's a block for many of you that may be watching. There may be a block that is hindering progress in terms of your need, not necessarily your want. So just keep that in mind going into the month of November, of feeling as if you're holding on too tightly or holding on too strongly to a situation. Now, presently for many of you, you may also be feeling like, well, you know, I'm kind of walking a tightrope in this situation and I'm trying to find balance, because what has appeared is another Pentacles card, the Two of Pentacles. This is trying to achieve balance in a situation. This is kind of treading the water, so to speak, feeling as if I don't keep things in balance, something's going to fall apart. Once again, going back to the card of holding on too tightly to something, the need for control, the need in order to do your daily activities, whether it's work, home, relationships, trying to keep that all in check, trying to keep it all in balance for yourselves, and kind of feeling stressed out. Maybe there's some anxiety about this, especially when it comes to finances for Aries presently. And in the month of November, you're going to be surprised perhaps in terms of if you're afraid to leave a job, or if you're afraid of security or finances, or going without, that there may be many opportunities coming up for you in the month of November, which is very exciting and reassuring. Now, for many of those coming from the past position, especially in business and also relatable to relationships, there may have been conflict of some kind. You do have a conflict card, and this is the Five of Wands. Conflict in terms of competition or struggle with other people, especially in working relationships, especially on the home front even, or in personal relationships. This is a card of competition, of being in a mock battle with other people, in terms of not an actual physical battle, of course, but you may have felt from the past that there have been situations where others have stood their ground with you, or have been defensive, or you have felt defensive, or you have felt perhaps that you've had to compete in your career, you've had to take the proper steps perhaps when it comes to other people in progressing in your career, fighting for that position, fighting for that raise, or fighting for something. I get the feeling for many of those that are watching, there may have been a battle, or there may have been a fight coming from you or coming from other people where it's been difficult for you to let it go. And the message for you, Aries, for the month of November is to let it go. That's over. You're moving out of it. And you're going to be pleasantly surprised, for those that are watching, that towards the end of the month there's going to be progress. So the message is letting go and progress for Aries for the month of November. Now, in your challenge position, you do have a court card, which is interesting. And we see the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very much about the intellect, very much about the mind, logic. This king in particular is a decision maker. He has very much put upon him in terms of action, in terms of responsibility, in terms of order, control, delegating, in terms of cooperation with other people. He's standing his ground. So this is in your challenge position. For many of those that are watching, this could be, I think, a boss, someone who has a position of authority or superiority or influence in the workplace. Also, because he is a swords king, he could be an air sign. So watch out for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't necessarily have to be so. Also, he could be male or female, so keep that in mind as well. This king is in your challenge position, which speaks to me that he is very much not willing to budge. So if you feel as if you're in a conflictual situation, whether it's at work or at home or in relationships, the challenge with this king is he's not willing to budge. He is standing and he's not moving with his viewpoint. The obstacles with him is trying to kill him with kindness. So kill him with kindness and not be afraid to outwit him, so to speak. He's very much about quick thinking. He's very much about, he's always a step ahead, this king. He's always like, once you think you have him figured out, he's already a step ahead of you. So there may be a game of outwitting or a challenge of outwitting this king in the month of November. The progress for you is to, in terms of a race of wit, the challenge is for you to be a step ahead of this person, to not allow yourself to fall back, to be a step ahead and to really be on top of it when it comes to this person and what's going on with them, because I get the sense there's conflict, there's competition, there's something that's causing much commotion for Aries that may be very relatable in the workplace, so just keep that in mind. Now, when I was talking about progress for Aries, especially in November, you do have a card of movement in the outcome position. And this is a card of new direction, and this may also be a creative new direction for you as well. We see the Knight of Wands. Because the Knight is in the outcome position for Aries, this is very relatable to new direction, movement in a situation. You may find at the end of the month you're going to be moving out of this conflictual situation that has been very hard for you to let go of. There may also be opportunities for travel or actually physically moving, whether this is moving from where you live or whether this is moving from one job to the next. I think for many of those that are watching, this is a general reading, this is what I'm getting. There may be opportunities for those that are watching that are going to be moving on to a new job. Because following this card, we have, I drew another card just to get more validation. The Ace of Pentacles appeared. The Ace of Pentacles is all about new beginnings in finance, work, career, an upswing. This could be a raise. This could be moving on to a new position somewhere else and making more money. Opportunities for interviews, opportunities for employment, getting hired, new jobs on the way. So for Aries, for the month of November, I really get the sense that you're not only going to be able to let go of a situation that's caused much challenge or conflict, you're going to have the tools that are necessary to kind of arm yourself on how to deal with that situation, and you're really going to take the steps to move out of it. And you're going to really see that towards the end of the month. There's going to be very many opportunities for you as well, in terms of, if you want to really go after what you want, to let that go of what was in that situation, whether it was work, whether it was career, profession. I really get the sense that it is something to do with that, or relationships. But many of those that are watching are going to find opportunity in finance, and the ability to move forward, the ability to take action. With the Knight, this is very much an action card, and new opportunities for money, new opportunities for jobs, new opportunities for making more money as well. So the message is to let go, to progress, and to move forward. And I really feel for Aries that you're going to really see progress this month. And whatever situation that you've been dealing with, that you have kind of felt like you're walking on pins and needles, or you're kind of tiptoeing around someone or tiptoeing around a situation, and you're really going to come out of that towards the end of the month of November, going into December, which is very positive, and it's something that I feel is much needed for Aries as well. So good luck to you, Aries. Keep me posted. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers and my new subscribers as well. Thank you for sharing your likes and your comments. Have a great November, everyone, and I'll see you back here in December.